Nintendo's new guidelines decimate the competitive scene. Niantic swings the Pokemon Go ban hammer, and the new fragrance that lets you smell like Solid Snake. I'm Ash Dixon, and this is GINX News. No one can doubt that Nintendo knows what they're doing when it comes to making games, but by God, are they absolutely clueless once people actually want to play them. And things hit an all-time low yesterday after they announced their new community guidelines. And man, they are so unreasonably restrictive, it's almost beyond belief. So how bad actually are they? Well, first of all, they have outright banned for-profit community tournaments, meaning organizers are only allowed to make enough money for tournament upkeep and prize pools. Oh, and all sponsorships are banned too, and just that instantly kills any investment into growing the scene. In fact, it gets worse. The guidelines even go as far to ban the sale of food, beverages, and merchandise on the premises. That's right, Nintendo says your tournament is not permitted if you have the audacity to sell food. They're also restricting how many people can actually join in as well. For in-person tournaments, the new cap is 200 people, while online tournaments are capped at 300, which is why do you want people to not play your games? They even go as far to dump on kids playing games like Smash in school clubs. High school charity tournaments can't be set up by clubs anymore. The schools themselves must get explicit permission, and only members of the club can play, so members of the public, say other school kids who might want to give it a go, can just go eat shit. Oh, and while two schools can have a head-to-head competition, if they want to include a third or more, well, then no, that's just banned too, for reasons beyond human comprehension. And a particular kick in the teeth for Smash fans is that any game with online play must only be played through Nintendo servers. Melee, of course, doesn't have online play, and because all third-party mods are banned, any online tournament for the game are also just banned. So imagine you don't even care about making money on an event. You just want to throw an awesome tournament for the international Smash community that you love and cherish, all while raising money for a good cause. Well, Nintendo just says,
man, them kids, bro.
And the whole thing would sting less if Nintendo actually stepped up and provided some of this stuff themselves, but realistically, most gaming companies use esports as a marketing tool to sell games. Nintendo doesn't need to do that. They're out there raking it in, charging $60 for a game that came out over 10 years ago. And it kills me to lay into Nintendo like this. I love Nintendo games. I'm literally wearing Mario merch right now, while my phone lock screen is literally Zelda, but I'm starting to seriously question why I'm supporting a company that seems so comfortable and willing to dump on the ambition and passion of their own fans, people who are trying to spread their games. I just don't understand it. And the sad fact is, because they keep pumping out high quality games and a large proportion of their sales are from parents who have zero clue about any of this stuff, they're just going to keep getting away with it. Obviously, there's going to be massive amounts of uproar here, so I guess the best we can hope for is that it doesn't fall on deaf ears. Let's keep on the esports trend now and talk about Counter-Strike, you know, from Valve, that actually embraces the fact that people want to play their games. And it was 5 years ago that perhaps the most infamous case of cheating in esports took place, when Indian CSGO player Forsaken was caught using aim hacks on stage in front of thousands of people at the Extremes Land Asia Finals. This is the exact moment he realized his career was over.
You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half.
What makes it even worse is that it was later revealed that he literally renamed the program Word.exe, as if that was going to fool anyone. And despite being absolutely meme-worthy, his antics had widespread implications. It massively screwed over his teammates and Optic, the organization he played for, but worse still, it left a massive stain on the integrity of the Indian scene, something which it's still recovering from. Well, those 5 years have flown by, and Forsaken can now officially return to competitive play after his 5-year ban, just in time for CS2, although whether he will actually return is another question. So far, there's no signs he plans to make a comeback, and let's be honest, I don't think anyone wants him to. Pokemon Go developer Niantic are once again feeling the wrath of their player base. The developers have already been in hot water over unwarranted game changes, connectivity issues, and allegations of a sexist work culture, and now it seems like they're just banning people because, well, just because. That's right, one user has been banned from both Pokemon Go and Wayfarer for submitting bad wayspots. A wayspot is when you submit a location or point of interest as a Pokestop nomination, and apparently certain criteria need to be met in order for it to be deemed worthy. Here's the email General Sakura92 received from Niantic when they tried to do just that. It said, "We have confirmed that you have been submitting nominations that do not meet our criteria. As a result of this violation, your Wayfarer and Pokemon Go account has has been suspended for 30 days. Yep, poor General Secure was banned for providing free submissions to Niantic, which should make anyone question why they should bother doing it in the first place. To make matters worse, it turns out that there was a typo in the email and they sent up a follow-up one saying they were banned for 90 days. Not 30. Talk about kicking someone while they're down. Now, to be fair, we don't know what kind of submissions were being made. They could have been private estates, toilets, or their cousin's shower, but assuming they were just normal places, it all just seemed ridiculously harsh. And General Secura wasn't the only person banned from Pokemon Go, as one player lost their account that they had been working on for 7 years. The Reddit user, who goes by the name NXXPTune, Neptune, created their account when they were 12 years old and had to use their school email address to sign up. Now that they've graduated, they no longer have access to the account, and when they were locked out of their Pokemon Go account, they were asked 10 security questions. Well, they got all but one of them correct, which was their in-app purchase balance for an account that they had for 7 whole years. And just like that, no more Pokemon Go. Other Redditors have suggested that Neptune contact the school to see if their IT department could give them temporary access to their old school email, which seems like a pretty good idea, but it all just seems like overkill, no? I mean, come on Niantic, you have a dwindling player base as it is. Do you really want to lose more users because of some arbitrary security questions? Neptune had clearly spent time and money into the game, and I can't see them starting from scratch after losing all of their progress. I know I wouldn't, so Niantic, do better. Hey, you!
Who, me?
Not you, you. Do you want to smell like a mercenary? Do you even know what a mercenary smells like? Well, now you can find out. Yep, there's a brand new aftershave from Numskull, and it's based on everyone's favorite stealth franchise, Metal Gear, officially called Shadow Moses Unisex Cologne. It's a collab with devs Konami, and of course, it's all about selling a new game, in this case, Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1, which was released earlier this week. According to Numskull, it's enriched with aromatic scents that will transport you to the captivating landscape of Shadow Moses Island.
Snake!
As you can see, there are only 1,000 units available to buy, and it's only available in the UK and EU. According to the blurb, it has hints of myrrh, fear balsam, and patchouli, with undertones of oak moss, cedarwood, amber, and musk. Oh, and it's the perfect gift for any fan of the Metal Gear Solid franchise. It'll set you back about 40 British pounds, which is around $50 US, and it's not the first time Numskull have partnered with game devs, with Metal Gear joining Shenmue, Yakuza, and Sonic, which kind of feels like the odd one out there. But hey, at least you can now choose between smelling like a hedgehog or a snake. And that's the show. We always love to know what you think, so comment down below, and while you're at it, why not like and subscribe? Give yesterday's video a click around here, and we'll see you tomorrow.